Droid.
Welcome to the Droid Forums News Brief, where your oh-so-humble host, DG Storm,
and Serial Killer
cover the top news stories of the week. We got 4 stories for you this week, folks. First up would be Samsung teases the box for the Iron Man edition of the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Next up is Apple's victory over Samsung in $930 million 2012 court case gets partially reversed.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, sure is. Asus, yeah, we got some long titles this week, huh?
They've been complicated.
Asus Zenfone 2 now available from multiple online retailers. And last up will be the next Nexus 6 might be based on the Huawei Mate 8. Another tongue twister.
Awesome.
All right, let's go.
Well, the Samsung teasing the box for the Iron Man edition of the Galaxy S6 is pretty neat. All I can say about this phone is that if it mirrors the mock-up gold and red fan renders that we covered previously, I will be severely tempted to get it. I don't even care that it might have an Iron Man logo or theme. I just think the S6 Edge in those colors is one of the most beautiful smartphones I've ever seen.
Agreed. I totally agree. Those renders that you posted in that thread, it's definitely a beautiful looking handset. I do like the Edge as well. I don't want to see a logo in the back.
Oh, like an Iron Man emblem or something?
Yeah. I mean, most people put cases on them, but, the wallpapers, they can be switched out. But, yeah. Before moving on, I wanted to mention, Jeffrey was mentioning about the price tag. I was curious about that as well. I wonder what they're going to price it as. Hopefully they keep it at the same price, But you never know with these things.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a little bit more. Hopefully it won't be as crazy expensive as Jeffrey thought it might be.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Apple's victory over Samsung in $930 million 2012 court case gets partially reversed. So essentially what happened here is the court did agree that Samsung infringed upon Apple's design patents, but they didn't infringe on Apple's their trade dress, meaning that, the aesthetics, it was fine, nothing happened, moving on. But they got a substantial reduction in that, $382 million, as you mentioned, and it's leaving them with approximately $548 million price tag on that. Either or. I mean, $930 million wasn't going to hurt them. $48 million certainly not going to hurt them. But hey, man, you know what? It's a discount. Everybody likes a little price reduction, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to mention something really quick. N94 LT1. I think he was on to something here, huh? Talking about how he would have played hardball when they sued and was making a ton of their components. I would have went as far as 500% markup on everything. So.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to say that, but I think Samsung was wise in not doing that.
Yeah,
they're going to make more from selling components to Apple than they would have lost in this court case.
Definitely. But knowing him, he's just being a goofball.
Yep, for sure.
I like it.
So my take on it is it's about damn time this case is almost over. I remember back in 2011 when we first started covering this case as news. At first it was interesting, but after a while I was just so sick of it. I dreaded whenever there was a new story to write on it. In the long run, the whole thing was stupid and amounted to wasted time and money. Ollie had it right when he said that Samsung's going to laugh at this. Basically, because the final tally on this ruling will not even faze Samsung.
Yep.
Next up, we have the Sous Zenfone 2 is now available in multiple online retailers. Well, this is an amazing value when you consider the internal specs on this device for the price. I am just shocked that Asus can sell this 4GB phone for just $300 off contract and unlocked.
No doubt.
It must be a very slim profit margin. Its appeal will be limited in the US, I think, because it won't work on Verizon. Also, I'm not really a big fan of Asus anymore. Just like you, I've been burned too many times on their products.
Yep.
Still, this should sell pretty well, like Wicked said.
Yeah. I don't have much more to add to that, Stormy. You covered everything. The price, agree, man. It's a knockout. It's out of the park in regards to the price and with the specs. Again, like you mentioned, Asus. I'm just not a fan. I've been burned 3 times by them. I don't know. Maybe other people may have more luck with them, but we'll see. Great price on this phone, definitely. Unlocked, can't believe it.
I know.
Last up, the next Nexus 6 might be based on the Huawei Mate 8. Looking at the specs of the thing, it's going to be spectacular. Nice big screen too, huh? I mean, that may turn some people off, but I think what is going on here, this everybody's talking about, hey, why did they leave out Sammy, HTC, Moto, LG? Lone Wolf Archer was mentioning that, and a few other people. What I'm speculating here is that they are going to go for Huawei makes some really good handsets at a really good price. So I think Google's going to be looking to do that. Release this thing, great specs, really nice phone at a really good price. They'll have themselves a hit. That's just my thoughts on it.
That's a really good point I hadn't considered. My take on it was that I agree with Power Run that I think Google should stick with the Motorola Nexus 6. They created a remarkable product and it sold relatively well. Mm-hmm. I understand they want to give other OEMs a shot, but I'm not sure this is a wise move. But when I take a look at it, I hadn't really thought of the price angle, and you make a very valid point that the one big complaint people had with Motorola 6 was its kind of higher price for a Nexus product.
Right.
By going with Huawei, it allows Google to both jump into the Chinese market and make the Nexus 6 more affordable again.
Yeah.
Good point there.
Yeah, like Ali was saying, Google getting their foot into the door in China. Mm-hmm. Another good point. That was the attraction of the Nexus, right? When it first came out, great specs and a really good price. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is it for this week, folks. Please remember to leave your comments in the news stories, and you just may find yourself featured in the Droid Forums News Brief. As always, we thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Catch you in the forums.